And we are live.
Yes, we are. Hey, welcome everybody. We're really excited to have you again with us with this million dollar party girl series of 3. This is our 3rd one. We're excited. We want to just take a few seconds tonight just to make sure that everyone can see Lynn and can hear. And if we have any problems with the slides, just go ahead and make a chat out so that we don't get too far ahead. We might have to reboot because sometimes Google has a little challenge. And we want to make sure everyone gets in there. But Lynn, I just wanted to give you the opportunity to give a shout out to Heather on the party booking. So Lynn, go ahead. I'm going to turn it over to you to give a shout out to Heather Seltzer.
Yes.
Party girl.
Thank you so much, everyone. I'm so excited. I'm actually checking the chat right now, and I see Carlos is there. And hello, everybody that's watching. If you're watching on the replay, hey, replay viewers. Yes, big shout out to Heather Feltzer. 16 parties. Congratulations. It just goes to show you what you can do when you set your mind to something. So I want to challenge everybody, if you didn't participate in the booking blitz or you just got started and you're just getting into booking more parties, keep going. Don't stop. Make that part of your action plan every single week, that you add 1 or 2, maybe 3 parties to your calendar, because that is how you get out of your warm market really quickly. And we've been talking a lot about that. You find the hostess, let the hostess find the guest. And when you do that consistently, you will consistently earn income and grow your business exponentially. And that's what we want you to do. So tonight we're talking about Facebook parties. And I know that is a hot topic. A lot of people want to learn how to do Facebook parties, bring their in-person party to an online format. And I have figured it out. So I'm going to be, in fact, I'm giving Ori some books. I have a book called Facebook Party Secrets of a $1 Million Party Girl. We're going to give some books away to some of the Booking Blitz winners to do some fun prize drawings. But I started testing out a new strategy. Gosh, it's been about 2 years now, when I was in the field, and ended up holding 40 parties in 3 months to really see if it worked. And it did. I sold over $13,000 just partying online. Now, keep in mind, prior to that, I had been mostly doing a home party format. And so all I did, this was the simple answer, was to figure out how to take what works in home and, again, translate that online. So I'm going to break it down for you tonight, step by step. And I encourage you to combine the power of the in-home party with an online party and grow your business all across the country beyond your backyard. You can grow your business very quickly when you are partying in all different formats. So we're going to start screen sharing and teach you my step-by-step formula. And we'll make sure we got the slides going okay here. So here we go. Away we go. Okay, so let me know, can you see the slides okay?
Looks good, man.
All right, we love it when it works. So exciting. All right, so again, this is Facebook Party step by step.
Take it away, Lynn.
Okay, thank you. So my strategy is really about, like I said, creating that same experience. So we're talking about a fun, authentic online party, really focusing on building stronger connections, that relationship selling that we talked about in the last 2 webinars, to grow your business well beyond your backyard. So what if you could? I really want you to think of the possibilities.
And the audio, the video went away. The slides are gone.
Oh no, this is what happened last time. All right, hold on. Coming back. I'm back.
I see you again.
Hello again. All right, let's just try it again and see what's going on here. This apparently is a glitch we have happening with, just gonna start over. Hold on. Everybody, hang in there. All right, here we go. Setting up our slideshow. Yep, that should be working. Okay. Let's try again. Here we go.
It's starting to come out.
Cross our fingers.
You?
Okay, can you see the slides?
Okay, I can see the slide.
Can you still see the slide?
And then it goes away.
You can't see it now. Can you see it now? Nothing?
It's gone black again.
Okay, so it seems to be that when I share it, it doesn't want to show it to you. All right, so I think what we're going to have to do, this is how we fixed it last time. Let's stop our screen sharing.
Okay, there's
and here we go. Oh, okay, yeah, it's telling me there's a glitch with the screen sharing. Share. Send to everyone. Okay, can you see that?
No.
You see like a little craziness right there?
Yeah, there's okay. Well, I can see myself.
Okay, all right. So, believe it or not, that's what we want you to see. Okay, how about now?
All right, there we go. Step by step, Facebook party success. Okay, good. Yep, there's the next slide. It's all nice and pink with white writing.
Okay, so sorry about that. There's some glitch going on with the platform over at Google, which happens with technology, but we just go with it. All right, so let's talk about step-by-step Facebook party success. So we are going to help you create a fun, authentic online party that builds stronger connections and helps you grow and expand your business beyond your backyard. So I want you to feel really good about this, that everything we taught you in the home party webinar, we're going to translate to an online party format. And you might think that that's a little bit of a challenge because you have a product that does really well when you can get it in front of people, when they can try it and sample it. And that is why your home parties are so powerful. But guess what? We're going to teach you how to take that same experience to the online party. And I know this because I actually did this in my past direct sales company. We did aromatherapy parties with candles. And so when I was talking to Ori about this, this was just such a great fit for what I figured out, how to create that experience where people want to smell and touch and experience the product in an online format. So what if you could hold 2 to 3 more parties per month without ever leaving your home? And again, this is in addition to the parties you're doing right in your own backyard. This is just extra income for you. And what if you never had to worry about a party cancellation due to bad weather? Because depending on where you live in the country, right, winter is coming if you live in a winter-prone area, and that can definitely lead to party cancellations. And guess what? You are going to have the perfect backup plan. When a snowstorm comes in January, you're going to just take that home party and say, no problem. We're going to just bring it right online, and the party must go on. And then what if you could reach new customers everywhere? That is the most powerful word you have, right? Reach new customers everywhere. There is no limits to where you can grow your business all across this country. So we're going to take you step by step. And this is just a recap of some of the things we've already talked about during the Hostess Coaching webinar. So if you haven't watched that yet, I encourage you to, when you're done here, go back and get all those Hostess Coaching tips, because your coaching with the hostess makes or breaks the party, whether it's in-home or online. But there is a few differences when you're talking about a Facebook party. So step one, you want to make sure you are staying spam free. And it's the opposite of what you're going to be coaching your hostess for the home party. The home party, we're teaching the hostess to over-invite, because she's going to need to invite about 50 to get that ideal number of 8 to 10. Well, in a Facebook party, it's the opposite, because your hostess could have hundreds, maybe thousands of Facebook friends. And we don't want her to invite her 200, 300, 500 Facebook friends, because it looks like she is spamming her friends. So I encourage you to tell your hostess, invite the same people that you know well enough you would invite them into your home. And that will help her create a great guest list of people that are familiar with her and make it much more of an intimate, personal online party experience, so it looks special. It doesn't look like she's just blasting out marketing messages to people that she might barely know on Facebook. And of course, you don't want to be associated with that either. So just like the home party, you're going to encourage her to personally invite those people that, again, she knows well enough, and help her build that guest list. And we already gave you those tools. Those tools are waiting for you right in your back office at the Be Young Academy to help your hostess create that contact list. So it's going to be the same exact process, just you're not going to tell her to invite all of her Facebook friends. You're going to keep those invitations very similar to your home party. And the biggest difference is going to be your actual invitation that you're going to use. Red Stamp, whatever app you're using to create that with your Be Young graphics. So you're going to let them know the party's on Facebook, right? So instead of an address, you're going to put the date and time of the party, but you're going to say it's on Facebook. And you're going to include that it's an online party. So you can see in this graphic, it says, please join us for Me Time online party. That communicates it's happening online. And you want to include that call to action to RSVP going. And this is really important on Facebook events, because Facebook has changed in the last year the way people RSVP to events. And now you can respond going or interested. And sometimes people just don't know the difference. So you really want to encourage them to click that going button so we know who's going to the event. And you'll see on this invitation, it says the first 10 to RSVP going are in a prize drawing. And I encourage you to do some kind of fun little prize drawing. It could even just be an extra sample that the guest gets when they RSVP going. That encourages them to RSVP quickly, because keep in mind, your hostess is using personal invitation. She's not depending on the Facebook event and hoping people see that notification to invite people. So the personal invites are key. Then she creates the event, or you create the event. You could both be co-admins on the event. And then the people say, okay, I've already been invited to this. I've already told my friend I'm going. Now I'll just go ahead and RSVP. That really helps with getting those guests into the party very quickly. And just like the home party, you're going to hear me say that a lot tonight, you're going to focus on the wish list with your hostess and help her create those action plans based on what she wants to get with the focus on those booking gifts, those extra rewards she gets for booking the party. So continue to focus on that prearranged booking that we talked about, as well as those extra outside orders. She doesn't have to depend on everybody shopping the Facebook event, right? She can take that catalog and those extra samples that you might have included in her party packet and bring them into work or bring them to her hairdresser. So don't think that everything has to happen on Facebook. Just like the home party, she can be getting outside orders from her local friends, even though you might be miles away. And then communicate teamwork. That is really key to any kind of party, both home and online, to let your hostess know it's a team effort and you're working together. She's working to earn her wish list. And of course, you are getting paid. So there's something in it for everybody, but it does take two. A motivated hostess is key to your party success. Okay, step 2. The invites are out. The hostess hopefully already has people that have said they're going to be going. Now it's time to create the event. So you notice invites went out before the event was created. And again, this is how you get people going to that event right away from day one, because she already knows who's coming. Great photo that evokes emotion in your event cover photo. And again, you already have these tools applied right to you. Gorgeous photos that you can use to create a beautiful event cover. And you want to use one graphic versus a collage of graphics, especially because we know most people attending a Facebook party are attending from their phone. And so once you create the event, always take a look to see what it looks like from your phone, especially if you're creating it from your desktop computer. You're going to use a short title, and we already gave you those fun theme parties to focus on. Me time is one of them. And so if you're doing a me time party, put that in the beginning. So most Facebook parties will say something like, Amanda's Be Young Oil Facebook party. And that really doesn't tell the party guests why they should go. What are they going to learn? What is the takeaway going to be? What is the value? What's in it for the party guest? Encourage them to come into that party because they're going to learn something and you are going to solve a problem. And that's exactly what the Me Time party is all about. So put that first and then put who the hostess name is. Again, remember, they've already been personally invited by the hostess. So they already know about the party. It's most important to put the value of what they're going to learn and the problem that that party is going to solve. The next box to fill out is location. And you're just going to type in right here online on Facebook. And that's all you need to put. Of course, there's no physical address. You can even put your website link in there. And then in the details, that is probably one of the most overlooked sections of the Facebook party, and yet one of the most important, because people are busy and they might be going there to see exactly how they shop. What are some of the specials? What are some of the products you're selling? And so use emojis and spaces to separate parts of the details and make it easy to read. And most importantly, welcome those party guests and speak in your own voice. So I want you to imagine that people are coming to your online party just like a home party. They're walking in the door, meaning they're walking in the event. What's the first thing you're going to say? You're not going to start sharing marketing messages. You're going to say, hello, welcome to the party. Let them know what your name is. So put that in the details up front, and then use fun little heart emojis or check boxes to share exactly what they're going to learn When they come to the party, I would definitely put the savings and the extra value that the customers can get when they increase their purchase and get those discounts by shopping the higher amounts. I would put that right in the details. And I would also put what an average hostess earns when they have a party with you. So you can use those details to communicate a lot more than just, hi, welcome to the party. And emojis and spaces make it really easy for people to read and make it a little bit more fun and increase that engagement. Okay, step 3, your introduction. So hostess is personally invited. The guests are coming into the party. Their RSVP going. She's got 10 the first day. She's working it. That's what you want. And so what I encourage you to do is your very first post is to go live. Use the power of Facebook Live because nothing builds the know, like, and trust factor faster than you going live on that Facebook party. It is most like a home party experience. Again, pretend people walked in the door. What are you going to say? You're going to welcome them, introduce yourself, build that know, like, and trust factor by telling them a little bit about yourself, just like you do at a home party. Tell your story. Tell them why you fell in love with your products and what those products are doing for you and your family. And then what I want you to do is to actually take the conversation off of Facebook during your live introduction by asking the guest to text you to get a free sample. And this is where you can get your product in the hands of those guests by mailing them one of those product cards, putting a little drop of oil, or if you have, the little bottles, but the cards are great because you can pop them right in an envelope and they're so easy to mail and affordable and duplicatable. And so you can recreate what's happening at a home party by asking the guests to text you to get a free sample. The other powerful thing that's going to happen is now you can build a relationship outside of Facebook. So no matter what happens in the Facebook party, you have guests texting you, and then you can start a relationship. You can reply back. You can ask them if it's a me time party, reply back and ask them when's the last time they were able to have some time for themselves, or on a scale of 1 to 10, how stressed are you? How do you feel about your life right now? And really look to see how you can serve those customers and help them. And so now you've got two-way conversations going on. And I will tell you, if there's, let's say 10 to 12 people going to the party, just like a home party, typically about half will text you to get that free sample. So don't feel like you're going to be overwhelmed with sending out, hundreds of samples at a Facebook party. But typically half the guests will text you to get it. But the great news is those guests are the ones that are really interested in what you have. So now you know who really is excited about your product, who is most likely going to purchase and even potentially book a party. And then share value. Let them know if it's the me time party, here's exactly what you're going to learn at the party, the problems that you're going to solve. I'm going to help you relax, de-stress, and get your life back a little bit, and then explain how the party works. And this whole thing can take 10 to 15 minutes at the most, depending, of course, on how many people are tuning in live. Because the beauty of Facebook Live is you have a two-way conversation. It's the opposite of what doesn't work, which is just post after post after post and hoping people comment. Facebook Live, two-way conversation. And then end with a call to action. Let them know that they can share the event, invite a friend that maybe also is feeling stressed. And again, you're going to customize this based to the type of theme party that the hostess booked. Let them know that you'll be sharing one post a day prior to party time. And I encourage just one post because people tend to tune out when you overpost and they're getting multiple notifications in one day. It can be a little bit annoying. So one post a day is all you need. The best time to post, 2 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So timing is really important on a Facebook party. You never want to post at 8 o'clock in the morning when people might just be getting off to work or getting their coffee and they're like, oh, it's way too early. So 2 to 4 o'clock, think about it. That is when people tend to have their downtime. What do? They go on Facebook, right? And so your pre-party post should be planned well. And then your live party will be at the date and time that you set the party for. Okay, so what's happening during the pre-party post? And this is step 4. Again, you're going to speak in your own voice. Remember, this is all about you doing you, being authentic, doing exactly what you do at a home party and just doing it online. And so I suggest you post once a day. This does not have to be a Facebook Live post. This could be a graphic with, again, a little bit more value. So you want to start your reveal. Now you notice I don't call these post. So a lot of times in Facebook parties, it'll say post 1, post 2, post 3. And honestly, that's just not engaging or exciting. So I call them reveals because everybody wants to see the reveal, right? It's just a lot more exciting to talk about your post as if you were revealing new information, which you are. So this is reveal number 1. And start with a question. That's how you get engagement going. And so this is a post I created as an example for a me time party. I started with a question. When was the last time you had some me time? And again, this is one of the great graphics that you have available to you. Now, this is what we call an A or B option in terms of an engagement post, a this or that. And if you give people different options, it makes it easy for them to comment. So I gave them answers, multiple choice, A, B, C, or D. When's the last time you had me time? A, answer A, if it was this week. B, this month. C, this year. D, what's me time? And then I have the little, the little LOL emoji there. Like, I have never had it is basically what we're saying there. And that's probably what most people are going to answer. So right from the very first post, you are getting to the pain point of why everybody needs your product, because you're going to teach them how to get more me time, and it's something that they need and probably never get. Then you're going to talk about one of your oils that, again, solves that problem, but you're going to do it by telling a story. You don't want it to look like a marketing message where it's just, here, buy my oil. You're going to tell a story about a customer or a hostess that purchased that product and the specific way they used it and the benefit they got from it. And that's exactly what you want to be doing at your home parties, right? You probably have those customer testimonials, or maybe a past hostess is there that shares her testimonial on how they used the product and what the result was. And so you can recreate that in a Facebook party by telling a story. And that's exactly what I did here. And again, I just made this up. So you, of course, have real life examples. So it says, meet lavender oil, every mom's me time must have. My last hostess, Alyssa, tried this oil at bedtime to help her sleep, and voila, she had her best night's sleep in ages and cut down to 1 cup of coffee. She also uses it for, fill in the blank, bring those real life stories to life. And then one last, this is what we call a comment call to action. We talked about in the last training the importance of using that door prize and wish list. And you can do it during an online party too. So you can actually ask them to comment with a specific word if they want to add it to their wish list. So now you have two ways that they can comment on this post. The first is to answer the question, when was the last time you had some me time? And the second is to end with a comment call to action. Comment sleep if you want to add this to your wish list. And by the way, these tips are not just great for your Facebook party, but you can also use this to increase engagement on all your social media posts. So comments increase your engagement, which tells Facebook that people are really excited about this post, so they show it to more people. And so that's how you get the engagement going on those pre-party posts, which again, we call reveals. And so what's going to happen is you're going to learn more about the guest so that you can customize that live party specifically to what every guest is telling you that they need. And that's the same thing you're doing at your home parties, right? You're sitting around, you're sharing your oils, they're telling you about their problems and what they're hoping to gain with your products. And that's exactly what you want to happen at your Facebook party. So you're sharing value. It doesn't look like a marketing message at all. And also creating the desire for parties by using those booking seeds that we talked about in the home party webinar. You're going to plant those booking seeds during your online party too. And I did this very subtly. So the story I told was about a hostess. And so that's just kind of planting the seed that yes, people are booking parties and these are the products they're getting when they host a party. So always include a story about one of your hostesses, if not two. And that's a great way to incorporate those booking seeds in your pre-party posts, creating the desire for people to book parties. Okay, so let's talk about follow-up. You're leading closer to party time, and I do recommend that your Facebook party from start to finish is a maximum of 5 days. And 5 days seems to be the sweet spot. I've actually done them in a shorter time period. I've done them in 3 days. I've even done them in 1 day, all with great results. So the further out you go, just like a home party, people tend to lose that enthusiasm. They tend to leave the party, forget about it. They're not as excited. And you just don't get as good results when you tend to stretch it out over a week or 2 week period. So less is more when it comes to Facebook parties. And just like the home party, we talked about booking in close. Same thing for a Facebook party. The great thing is it doesn't take a lot of effort on the hostess's part to do a Facebook party. So if you have somebody say yes to a Facebook party today, you could book that on next Monday. Of course, we have a holiday weekend coming up, so not too many people might be partying this weekend, but throughout the year, don't feel like you need a whole lot of time to plan. You can book those Facebook parties to be held within a week period from the time that they book. Okay, so what are you going to be doing in between those 5 days? So you're going to follow up. Who texted you on day 1? And by the way, 5 days also gives you time. It usually takes a day or maybe 2 to send out those cards with the sample. And of course, there's an example of the cards that I'm talking about, your product cards that are available to you, and you can print those right out. So who got samples? Check your text messages to see who got them. Again, the beauty of that is you have their phone number now. You don't have to worry about if they're going to be able to connect with you on Facebook. Now you have a way to follow up. And more importantly, they have your phone number. So now you are becoming familiar with each other. So follow up on those guests. Did they get their sample? What did they think about it? Did they try it? Give them some ways that they can use it and what the benefit will be. How about the hostess? You coached her for pre-party bookings and sales. Now it's getting close to party time. How is she doing? Did she get a booking yet? If not, who can she still talk to so that you start that party with at least one party booked? And how's those outside orders going? Because you want to give your Facebook party hostess the same party packet you're giving to your home party hostess. And I would include 3 to 5 of these extra product cards in there so that, again, she can take those into work and be getting outside orders, maybe, you know, bringing it if maybe she's got a family party coming up in between the date she books and the day the party's being held. There's no reason she cannot get 3 to 5 orders from people that maybe even aren't on Facebook or aren't her Facebook friend. And then go back and take a look at the party. Look at who has been commenting, because you want to be active in the home party as well as your hostess. So you want to be coaching your hostess to like every post and comment on every post, and let her chime in if she's already purchased product and she's really excited about a particular product that she wants to tell everybody about. Encourage her to post that. Maybe take a picture of the products that she's using, or a selfie of her with her Beyond products that she can post in the party. There's nothing stronger than a hostess or customer testimonial to do the selling for you. And so take a look, respond back, reply to comments, and look to see who is adding products to their wish list, because you want to take note of who is super excited, who's got a big wish list going on. So again, you can customize your live party and speak directly to those people and really personalize it to let them know that you've been paying attention. So if you see somebody has enough products on their wish list that they're already going to be at, you know, a $50 or $100 order, that's where you can say, oh my gosh, you know, you're only one product away from getting that 10% discount. And so tune in to see what is, you know, really getting the most excitement as you're leading up to the party, so that you can speak to that during your live party. Okay, it's party day. Step 6. You've done your pre-party reveals. You can see what the guests are really excited about. And it's time to do the actual party. So that day, you want to post twice. I encourage you to coach the hostess to send personal reminders. Again, it's probably going to be 10 or 12 guests that are going, very much like that home party. And so she should want to personally text them that day and say, hey, I'm so excited to see you tonight. You know, it's party time at 8 o'clock or maybe 9 o'clock. Facebook parties tend to be a little bit later than home parties, because especially if you are partying with moms, they tend to wait till the kids go to bed. And so many times the party is closer to 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night. And then encourage her to post on the actual event. Again, sometime between that perfect timing, 2 to 4 o'clock, just letting people know she's excited. Can't wait to see everybody tonight, because her guest will get that notification. And we know they tend to pay attention when it's their friend posting more than us, right? That's the reality. And then 15 minutes before go time, you want to see who is coming. And this is traditionally called a roll call post. But what's not traditional about this is most direct sellers actually create a graphic that says roll call. And it's really boring. And so I encourage you, again, make it authentic, make it personal. Ask the hostess to give you a photo or grab one from her Facebook profile, something she's already using. Post a picture of the hostess, right? And then let people know, oh my gosh, we've got 15 minutes to go. Like this post and tell us how you know and then insert the hostess name and put something a little bit personal. She rocks. She's, you know, she's an awesome hostess. Oh my gosh, we went to high school together and she's so much fun. So this is your chance to really let your hostess shine. And more importantly, let the guest really share a little bit of loving for their friends. You also want to take note of what the guests are commenting here when you say, tell us how you know the hostess. And just like a home party, this is really valuable information for you, because when it comes time to coaching your hostess after the party for those sales that maybe didn't happen or parties that still need to be booked, go back to this post. Look to see who is really excited to be there. You know, who are her best friends that are there to support her? Because that's where you can say to the hostess, you know, I see your friend Kathy just loves you and said that you're, you know, her best friend. Have you talked to her about booking a party? She would probably be a great hostess. And so look for those opportunities based on how well people know the hostess. That's valuable information for you. All right, step 7. Now it's time for party time. And I encourage you to go live. If you can take a selfie, you can go live on Facebook. And guess what? It is a whole lot easier to do your party by going live. It's one post versus trying to plan out 7 or 8 posts that are scheduled in rapid fire that causes scrolling, frustration, and overwhelm. It's a much friendlier party for the guests to watch you live, just like they would be at a home party, and getting that education that is so much a part of what's happening at your home party and why people are booking, because they're learning so much about how your products, right, help them in their lives. And so that's really something unique that you have to that party experience, and Facebook Live makes that really simple for you to do in a virtual party setting. Plus, you have the two-way conversation, so you can be having conversations and asking guests questions just like you're doing at your home party. So all you need to do is deliver on your promise, right? You told them that you were going to teach them how to relax and de-stress and have more me time. And again, you'll adapt that to whichever theme that you're doing. And so your products that you're showing, you're not showing the whole catalog. You're only going to be talking about the products that deliver on the promise of your Facebook party title. And I said earlier, less is more, and this is really true in a Facebook party. You don't want to show every single product. You want to keep it really simple and build a collection of products around a specific problem that they solve. And those are the only products that you really need to talk about. And that is how you increase sales, book more parties, and sponsor, because at the end of your 30 minutes, you have taken those party guests on a journey where they need every product that you showed to relax and de-stress. And so it makes it really simple at that point to share the different options that they have, as well as create the desire for parties, because the party is the best solution, right? You're going to focus on the value and the savings that you have to offer with those extra discounts. So the more they spend, the more they save. And so talk about the value of buying the entire collection and saving 15% or 20% on their order. But wait, the best option is, of course, to have their own party. And if they have any friends that live close to you, this is where you can start to generate referrals for home parties, because you never know who knows somebody that knows somebody that lives in your backyard, even though they might be miles away. So make sure you're letting the guests know that, hey, I do home parties too. So if you have a friend or a cousin or a sister that lives close to me, and of course, let them know what area that you live in, that you can do a Facebook party for them and an in-home party for their friend. And so that makes it really simple to kind of just tie that party up in a nice little bow. You solved the problems, you focused on the value and the savings, and then here are your options of how you can get all these products through your savings or through hosting a party. Perfect. Step 8, these are your key calls to action. So just to recap, what's happening at the end of that party? It's time for them to pick their party dates. Now, during the home party, I shared how to really focus on those multiple hostess rewards by bringing little gift bags with just a little, piece of paper inside of what the hostess is getting with that reward. So 3 gift bags equals 3 parties booked. Each one is a different little reward that hostess is getting. You can do the same thing, especially if you're going live with Facebook Live. You could show those gift bags and let them know that your hostess gets to open them when she has her friends book a party. And this would be the time for them to pick their party date. And I call this pick a date, pick a prize. You could just put a Post-it note on each of those little gift bags with a date that you have open. And so again, this is a comment call to action. Comment with the date that you want to host. You're showing it live right there on the gift bag, and then you will reveal the gift that hostess gets when her friend books, and then let them know you are going to help them get those same gifts when they host their party. And then finally, during your live party or your last part, you're going to play a quick game. And it's the Ask Me a Question About My Job game. And again, Facebook Live lends itself really well to this because trust me, as people are watching you on Facebook, they're going to be thinking how easy it is to do what you do. Oh my gosh, this looks so easy. I can actually make money from my phone. And yes, you can. And so let them know they've got 2 minutes. They can ask you any question about your job and give them bonus points towards your door prize drawing when they do. Remember, you've got 2-way conversations on Facebook Live, but keep in mind there is a delay. That is the only thing that you need to factor in. So while you're saying, go ahead, ask me a question about my job, they are still catching up. There could be just a slight delay in the broadcast. So I recommend that you actually start by asking yourself the first question so that you don't have that moment where you're waiting for people to ask. And you can just say, oh, so the most popular question is, how much does it cost to get started? And there's where you can share exactly how people start up and become a distributor. And then trust me, people will start asking questions and you'll just flow from there. But keep it under a minute or 2. You don't want to go on too long, but it's so much better when people are asking you questions versus you sounding like a commercial. And then let them know there'll be one final post, and that will be the door prize slip. They're going to come back, look for that final post under your door prize. Anybody can enter because you want to get leads from people, whether they can buy at that particular time or not. Maybe they can book a party. Maybe they're looking to earn extra income. So let them know anyone can enter, and you will come back the next day to pick the prize winner. That gives everybody time to watch the replay and come back and enter that door prize. Okay, so you're done. You did your first Facebook party. Congratulations. So there are some after party to-dos, and that is step 9. So as people are shopping, and remember, if they've texted you for a sample, you might already be working with them on their order as soon as your live party is over. You've already learned what they want on their wish list. You've seen what they were excited about during the live party. Maybe they commented that they wanted to book a party. So you can go back and start those orders right away. So of course, yes, you want to thank people. Now you want to be a little bit careful here because a common practice in Facebook parties is every time somebody orders, the consultant posts a thank you post and tags that person. And that can look a little bit spammy. Not everybody wants to have a post every time they've shopped. So I recommend that you do one thank you post, and in the comments is where you encourage the hostess to tag the friends that have shopped, thanking them personally. And then you can chime in and of course, thank them as well. So it's much better if you keep that all in one post rather than multiple posts every single time somebody orders. It looks like a marketing strategy, which honestly, that's what it is. But it tends to not work well because it's not customer friendly. And then you're going to go back to your hostess, let her know what the sales are within the next day, and go back to that wish list and that goal plan you made and give her a challenge. What does she need to reach that goal? How much more does she need to sell? How many parties does she need to book? Again, this is where you can look to see where the engagement was on the party. Who were the people that were excited, to encourage her to maybe shoot somebody a quick text to see if they still wanted to order, and were they interested in booking a party? And you're going to do the follow-up on your end as well. You've got to go back to those posts, look to see what people added to their wish list, and I would let your phone do all the work for you and try to have as many one-on-one conversations with party guests, especially those ones that texted you because you've already got their phone number. Remember, this works because it's about building relationships. You cannot count on a Facebook post to, help somebody become a new customer. That still has to happen one-on-one with you. Then you're going to do your door prize drawing. Go back and look to see who entered. And you've got a great door prize form that is in your back office. And guess what? You could actually send that with your sample because there's a wish list on there. So you can even send that ahead of party time with your wish list. But I am going to give you a way to do that virtually as well. And then let everyone know when the party's closing. And again, that's typically, I usually give a 48-hour period for people to shop. Let them know what the closing date is. And then as you're getting ready to wrap up, great call to action. If you have a business page, encourage people, if they haven't yet, to like your page and become a part of your community where you're sharing extra tips and value about your products. Let them know when the orders have shipped. So go back to that event. If your orders are shipping in 2 days or 3 days, don't just party and run. Go back to that event after it's done, after it's closed, and post again and say, hey, everyone, want to let you know the orders have shipped and they're on the way. And last but not least, a very good call to action. Once people have received their product, you can do two things. You can encourage them to, share on Facebook a photo of the product they got and tag your business page, and to leave a review. So leaving a review on your page is a great way for your customers to tell their friends about you, because reviews show up in the news feed, meaning their Facebook friends can see that they have reviewed your page. And so that gets more eyeballs on you and what you have to offer. And yes, I have gotten new customers because my customers have left a review and helped other people find their way to me. And that's a great way to use, again, social media in a very non-spammy and non-salesy way. Okay, so here are some social tools to help you rock your online party. And many of these are hot off the press for you. So of course, Facebook Live. We know it is the biggest game changer for online parties. I encourage you to jump in if you haven't tried it yet. But fairly new, from your phone, you can now do 2 people broadcast. And this is both for Android and iOS, which means you can actually invite your hostess to go live with you. And she can talk about the products that she's using and share a testimonial. Or you can even invite a customer to come on and do a Q&A, do a question and answer. And so that is a great tool in your online party toolbox. Also just rolled out to Facebook Live on desktop is the ability to screen share, which means you can go live from desktop in the event, and this would be a great post after, like the day after the party, a great follow-up post, and screen share to show people how to shop. How do they link to the hostess? You can actually show your screen, go through and put everything in your cart as if you were a customer. Show them how to save and get those extra rewards. You can even show a picture of what they get when they become a consultant. So screen sharing is a great tool for your online parties. Then we have Facebook Live audio. This is also brand new, just rolled out a few months ago. You can broadcast audio only and upload a photo. So again, perfect for either before or after the party. You could do a Q&A. You can announce your prize drawing, but you don't have to be live on camera. So if you have a busy life and maybe being on camera is not possible, you could still broadcast your voice, upload a photo so they can still see a picture of you, and it still gets that boost in the news feed because we know Facebook is pushing both live video and live audio. So it gets noticed way beyond anything else you can post. Facebook Live audio and video will get noticed so that people tune in. And then some great apps, Cinch Share, if you haven't heard of that, it's a scheduling tool. And they do have a 37-day free trial. After that, it's $10 a month. But you can schedule those pre-party reveals that I talked about. So if you work full-time and you just won't be able to post between the best times, which again are 2 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you can have that all scheduled into your party. Red Stamp, we've already talked about, and there's a great tutorial for you in your online learning center that you can easily figure out how to use the Red Stamp app. Again, that's free. And Bitmoji is another fun app to help you create your own personal avatar. That is really fun for your Facebook parties. Canva, which we also talked about before, canva.com, great for making graphics for your event cover photos. You can upload your own photo that has been provided right by your company and just resize it for your Facebook party. And then last but not least, Google Forms. And Google Forms, again, it's free. And it's where you can create a virtual door prize slip. So you can take the exact questions that are on your door prize slip, your paper door prize slip that you're using at your parties, and turn them into a virtual door prize that you can share as a link into your online party. It's very simple to use. Just go to google.com/forms. And I do have a tutorial, a video tutorial that I will send that can be easily shared with all of you as well in a blog post. So we'll make sure that we get that to you. All right, so let's head over and check out any questions that you guys might have. Come back to find you. Okay, I'm back.
Well, good, Lynn, that was amazing. Quick question that I have. Would you recommend them use their personal Facebook or develop a business Facebook page?
That is the question I get asked the most. And yes, I do recommend that you develop a business page. Facebook's guidelines and their terms of conditions actually state that you should not sell on a personal profile. So it helps you stay in compliance with Facebook. That being said, there are definite ways that you can talk about your business in a personal way, on your personal profile. But a business page, just think of it as your storefront, as your online storefront on Facebook, where 2 billion people are. So if people are searching for essential oils, that can, again, give you and your company more exposure and help you get found.
That's great. That's really good advice. And I was so excited going through this with you and seeing the presentation, because it's been interesting watching this build to tonight. And I really think those that will engage and actually do this are going to be very successful. And we're excited because the booking blitz for getting those parties to happen. Just so you all know, that we have selected a diffuser that we presently don't carry at Be Young, and $50 for the person that actually performs the most parties. $100, I've been corrected, $100. So $100, and a diffuser that we presently do not carry is a really unique one that we've found that it's going to be really fun.
Well, everybody needs to get that.
Yes, yes.
So, and guess what? The easiest way, if you're wondering, well, how do I start booking Facebook parties? Well, 2 ways. The easiest way is reach out to the customers you already have and call them and say, oh my gosh, I just attended this brand new training from our company and I'm trying out a brand new Facebook party and I need some volunteers. Will you be my guinea pig? Or do you know somebody? Right? Reach out to the people that are already doing business with you.
That makes so much sense, because people love helping. And
yes.
where you put it in those terms, they'll want to come and help you and experience that. And with the little tips and tricks that you shared tonight, I can see how they can get bookings off from that real easy.
Yes, definitely. And sometimes you have to own it and let people know, hey, I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'm trying this new Facebook party thing. And, will you help me figure it out? You can even tell them you want them to give you feedback.
Yes.
To share what they liked and what they didn't like. People, we know from social media, people love to give you feedback. Okay, that's a really easy way to start booking more Facebook parties.
That's really, really true. Any questions, Ori, that came in? No questions? Awesome. Well, that was just a phenomenal, and I'm excited to see how this really transpires through the end of this year, because really we have some really opportune times to really get some parties booked, because people will be looking for Christmas gifts. And so, keep that in mind, because that's a good way to really reach out there.
Yes. And as I said earlier, a Facebook party gives you such an opportunity. So when people start, maybe slowing down a little bit on home parties as you get closer to Christmas week, they can still do a Facebook party.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right? Because again, it's like no extra effort required. So you could, have January 2nd booked with a Facebook party, or December 27th with a Facebook party. Use those to fill in on non-traditional home party times.
And I was just thinking about that when you mentioned January 2nd Facebook party. A great theme that you could have for that is our weight loss program. That would be powerful, because everyone's making that New Year's resolution to lose weight. And with what we have in the academy and all the tools in your back office, that would be a powerful, powerful party.
Oh my gosh. That is the #1 New Year's resolution, is to lose weight. So I hope you're talking about that now at your parties, so that you're booking, we shared how to book 3 parties at every party, right? So book 1 or 2 now, and then book that 3rd maybe into that first week of January, and when people are going to want that extra theme party focused on just the weight loss.
Oh, yeah. It'd be really, really powerful. Guys, there's so much we can do, because our product line is so broad. And if we just do a little bit of creative thinking, the power behind what Lynn has shared with you, if you will engage, I can promise you, you're going to have success. Really, I can.
Yes, and you've got all the tools, amazing new tools to put all this into action, everything you need, your hostess with the mostess.
I love it.
Invite her to be your 500 club hostess and your door prize slip and your guest list, the hostess thank you postcard. You've got everything you need to make this all happen.
Well, that's what makes this exciting for me, because no one is excluded. Anyone can do this. It doesn't matter if you have a PhD in Facebook or anything. In fact, it's probably better that you don't, because you can do the little trick that you're talking about. Hey, help me! I have no clue. I love that. That's so special and so neat, because people love to help and reach out. And so, this is something anyone can do, and you don't have to be afraid of it.
Yeah, jump in, because the income that you can be earning through, you know, these essential oils for your family, and even for those of you that really want to leave maybe a full-time job and work this as, you know, your home-based business, that opportunity is there. It's just waiting for you. All you have to do is take action on it.
That's right. Well, Lynn, I just want to again thank you from the staff and the executive team here at Be Young. We're so excited that we have you as one of our team players to help us out and just really share your knowledge and your expertise with this fine group of people that we have here at Be Young, so that they can reach out and bless the lives of many more people. And so thank you again for being such an amazing person.
Well, thank you so much. It's been so fun to work with Ori and your team and everybody at your home office who has really jumped in to make all this happen. I think people don't even realize how much has been going on behind the scenes to bring all these tools together so quickly for you, and, you know, just have everything available that you need. This is not normal for people that don't know.
Yes,
you have been moving at lightning speed, so kudos to all of you. It's been really, really fun working with you.
It's been great, and thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to much more in the near future.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, a wonderful holiday, and a great start to 2018. Thanks, everyone. Bye.